excuses for not creating content. I dare you to fight me on it. What? Okay, let's get into it. The number one thing that I see people making an excuse for to not create content is I don't have enough time. Well, you probably are a little time depleted, but it doesn't mean that you don't have enough time. For instance, right now, I was like, I need to prepare something for my kids to eat for dinner. I need to clean up my clothes, like this is my junkie corner. I'm gonna share something, okay? Don't laugh at me. Laugh at me, but just don't tell me. I have my wedding dress here and clean clothes piled here that in my head I've justified that it's okay because they're clean and I don't leave dirty clothes around. But I decided I'm going to fold the clothes and I'm going to talk to you about trying to say you don't have enough time to create your content when I'm cleaning and creating content at the same time. Okay, so I got my clothes. I'm gonna sort them so that I could actually put them away. I messed a couple of them up, but no, in all seriousness, we create time for the things that we find important, right? And so if you actually want to use content to build a business, then you have to find a way to integrate the content into your life. And there might be some things that are non-negotiables. There might be things that you cannot change. You cannot take your time away from work. You got to go to work. You got to pay the bills. Fine. Completely fair. I do too. However, when you're at home, when you're away from home, when you're away from work, what can you do to complete your goals? What can you do to work toward your goals? What can you do to promote doing the thing, right? So that could look like having a car-friendly tripod. If you're in your car, like today, I went live in the middle of the day while I was driving. I went to go get my car washed and I put my phone on one of those little phone holders that go into your vent. And that's what I used. It wasn't even a real tripod, but it worked. I had a lot of people watch. I had for about 38 minutes that I spent on live, I had over 2 hours of watch time within 30 minutes. Now you tell me if that's not using my time efficiently to make content. While I'm driving, I had to drive anyways, had to go wash my car anyways. And I mean, I even had to pause and get the vacuum and you could see me on live vacuuming my car while I'm doing my content. You can't tell me you don't have enough time to do no content. You cannot convince me. Okay? If you've watched any show this year, if you have text anybody that wasn't about something an emergent, an emergent need or like a desperate necessity, you can't tell me that you didn't have enough time. If you've scrolled on Instagram, you've looked at somebody's live on YouTube, yeah, I'm calling you out. If you're on this live right now, and I give you permission, if you're on this live right now, you have permission to get off right now if the next thing you do is go live yourself. If you don't do that, then you can't leave. But you have time. I was literally watching someone else's live and I was like, wait a second, yo, this was great, but I gotta go because I gotta go do my life. So busting your myth, number one, is you don't have enough time. You have enough time. You just need to get a little spicy with it and you need to figure out how you can incorporate it into your life. So if you're sitting down and folding clothes, everybody got fold clothes, almost everybody. We've talked about doing a fluff and fold service so that we don't have to fold clothes. We got kids, and 3 kids to be exact. I have a 4-year-old and twin 2.5-year-olds, and then it's me and my husband. So we have a lot. We have a lot of people in this house, a lot of bodies, right? I fold a lot of clothes. I can make content while I'm folding clothes. I cook. I can make content while I cook. You probably cook. You probably fold clothes. You probably do something that doesn't require you to have talkative attention toward it, right? So there are things that you are doing that maybe require your hands, but they do not require your vocals, and they don't require your eyes, and doesn't require your mind, and you're able to kind of habit stack do two things at once. There are some things that are not good to do two things at the same time. Like talking on the phone and driving. But if you are folding clothes, you can also create the content. So, okay. Hi, Andrew. I'm shouting out to all these people here. If you're here, I'm here to bust you out and bust out the myths that you don't have enough time to create content. And I'm busting out all the excuses. So, okay, let me shout out a couple people that's here. What's up, Rita? Hello, Jake. My day has been going okay. Thank you. Hey, I ate a funny that said, I don't think that you were supposed to eat that type of thing. Yeah, you're probably fine. Hope you are. Ron, what up, what up? Yes, just cultivate. Absolutely. Lewis, what's up? Andrew, I already said hi, but hi again. Jim Solis, hello. Grayson, hey, you're new here. What do? We do digital marketing strategy, where we are talking about using content to grow our business this year, next year, and the year after, and the years to come. But I'm busting people out for their myths on why they're not able to create content. So, number one is not having enough time. You have enough time, okay? You have enough time. We're gonna move on because I got other stuff that I have to do, all right? But what's myth number two? Number two is I don't know what to say. You have things that you have to say, but you're just shy to say them. That's different. That's not having anything to say. You're shy to say them. Maybe you feel like you're not qualified enough yet to talk about the thing you want to talk about. Maybe you get a little stage fright when you're doing your content. Maybe you actually think your idea is better writing them out first before you actually say them. So you pick up your phone, and I've done this too. I pick up my phone, I say, I'm gonna make some content. I'm excited, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make some content today. And then I press record, and then I'm just like, and just completely go blank. I actually do better with writing out my thoughts first. And I don't even have to write a complete script, but I do need to write out my thoughts. I am what's called a written processor, a written word processor, I guess. And there are some people that are spoken word processors. They can like think it through and talk. And actually, I am beginning to be both because I have challenged myself to go live for 30 days straight on YouTube, not overthink it, just show up and see what happens. Give myself a chance to be consistent and to show up. And it starts with knowing what to say. If you have something remotely planned, you can start from there. Tonight was literally just an idea. The idea was I'm going to talk about the different excuses that people have as to why they're not able to create content. And so we talked about time. I got dishes, like I'm not playing. I literally have stuff that I have to do because I'm a mom and a wife, and I work outside of my business, and I have stuff that I have to do. And so knowing what you want to say, at least remotely, topic. And I don't have a list of the excuses, but let's be honest, I know y'all excuses, which is why I'm busting you out, because I have had the same excuses as well. So you don't know what to say? Think about the overlapping theme of the thing that you want to say, and maybe even come up with 3 points that you want to talk about. Like before I press live for tonight, I said, what are a couple things that people say are the reasons holding them back for creating content? And I said, okay, number one is definitely time. Number two is they don't know what to say or what to post. So I'm telling you, think about some of the things that you think your audience would want to hear about, want to learn about, right? And then start talking. And if you feel like you're overthinking, just go ahead and press live instead of record so that you can't erase it and delete it and start over 50 million times. Although, if we're being honest, today when I went live this afternoon, I actually started 2 lives and stopped them after like 20 seconds because I was like, nope, false starts, right? We got to start over. But in general, you have something in general to say, and you can talk. We know that if we get you on a topic that you're interested in, you're gonna talk us to sleep. Okay, you're gonna get into the minutia of it. You're gonna get into the details, and you have so much that you have to say, and then you're gonna be like, "Wow, I have this to talk about as well, and this thing too, and this is related too, but we don't have time for that, so you're gonna have to come back for another video." And then you start getting your ideas, and then you have too much to say that you don't have enough time to share it all. But it starts with creating. And so I have this process that I call Whisper. And this is my content creation process. Very simple. First, I write. Then I read it so that I can kind of understand what it is that I want to do. And then I practice, and then I speak it. Then I think I put it out of the order, but I write it, I read it, I practice, and I record it. There we go. Record and speak. So that's my whisper. Of course, it's not exactly spelled that way, but it looks like when you write it down. So yes, you have to show it, absolutely. You have to show it. You have to show the content. So I like to start with writing. You could also record. So you could use voice memo and then turn that into a transcript. And now that's your written content, you can just do it on video, and then you could pull the audio later and use that. Like, I'm telling you, if you just start with the content, and you'll have so much more content that you don't even have enough time to create it. You don't have enough time to actually share all of it. So if I create a live video that's for 38 minutes, and 38 minutes I'm dropping knowledge. And I'm dropping gems. Then I can go back and I can cut out clips of those videos, and now I can create 30-second clips, 5-minute clips, 8-minute clips, 10-minute clips, and have different segments. And every single one of those is considered a new piece of content when I upload it. And some people that may not have had enough time to watch 38 minutes, they might come back and look at a 10-minute video. They might come back and look at a 12-minute video. I might clip them into 4 or 5 to 7-minute clips, and then call them part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then people end up watching that same 30-some-minute video that they wouldn't have actually watched as the full 38-minute video. And the only difference was I shortened them and put them into episodes, if you will. But it starts with saying something. You got to say something. And I know a lot of people want to do this faceless stuff. You got to say something. People want to hear you. People want to see you. So, yes, can you do that? But that's not what I teach here. We show up because we want to build a personal brand here. All right, let's move on. Busting your myth, all your myths about why you can't create content. Number 3. What's number 3? Let's see. Number 3 is you don't know what you want to sell yet. I can't create the content because I don't even have a business yet. I don't know what I want to sell. I don't know how I'm going to make this profitable. It doesn't matter if you don't know what you're going to sell. It doesn't matter. You can start building a personal brand right now, and you can create a profitable personal brand without having a product. Because if people are interested in what you have to say, if you don't have something to sell, there are businesses that absolutely have something to sell to your audience. But you don't have anybody to sell them to for those brands to give you a deal and pay you so that they can get access to your audience if you don't build an audience. So saying the reason why I'm not creating content yet is because I don't have anything to sell. So what's the point? The point is to create a content and a ready-made customer base so that when the opportunity to sell something that fits for that audience is presented to you, you have the opportunity to accept it and also provide value to your audience through the means of a purchasing opportunity that's going to help them in their business. So I don't look at brand deals as like sales pitches or, trying to convince or coerce my audience into buying something they don't need. The key is offering something that's actually going to help them, something that they need, something that they desire. They're like, man, I can't believe that you actually offered this to me. I can't believe you got us this deal, this discount. I didn't even know about this service or this product or this app or whatever it is. I didn't know about it. Or even if it's a podcast, I didn't even know about this podcast. but you shared it with me, and now this is providing benefit to my life. I am actually being helped by this. Your audience will thank you when you bring them the right products and services. And they will let you know, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Thanks so much for sharing. Or I'm not gonna buy this right now, but I'm glad I know about it now. And I'm glad you put it on my radar. Okay. So, what's another myth that you are lying to yourself about as to why you're not able to create content? Let's see. I don't have good enough equipment. If you have a phone and you're watching me on a phone right now, you have good enough equipment. If you have an iPad, you have good enough equipment. If you have a laptop that has a camera on it, you have good enough equipment. If where you live has sunlight and daylight, you have good enough equipment. Now, let's be honest, it is easier to create content without with better equipment. But it's not a necessity. Like, yes, I do have a light in front of me because when I record in this corner of my kitchen, it's really dark. So I put a light behind me so that you could see me better if you feel like seeing me. You can just listen to me as well. All right. But you can start with your phone. I started with my phone. I'm actually using my phone right now. Like, I actually haven't gone live with my expensive fancy camera and lens yet. I haven't gone live with that. I go live on my iPhone 12. Before I had an iPhone 12, I had an iPhone 10. I sometimes still use my iPhone 10 with a Moment lens on it that makes my lens look much better than the like close up. Like the iPhone 10 was like this. That's how close it would be up in your face. And yeah, that's close. Like this is really personal. And am I making you feel uncomfortable? But because it feels uncomfortable being that close to the camera. But that's how close the iPhone 10 was. But so that equipment, it was like good enough, but it wasn't the best. But we've upgraded, right? So let's go to some comments. How do you market a product on the internet? Great question. So it starts with content. It starts with content. And you have different facets of content that you want to cover within your content. And so you have people think about, what are those called? Content pillars. I don't believe that you should have one set of content pillars. I believe you should have two sets of content pillars. One, your content pillars should be based on the psychological factors of your audience. So a lot of people say, oh, your content pillars should be educational, be funny, be myth busting. But the reality of it is the best content pillars are the ones that help take your audience through the pre-sales process to get them ready to buy. Why is education important? To build authority and to build trust in you, your product, and your audience's ability to use your product successfully to get the outcome that they want. Why is humorous content and relatable content good? Because it builds personal connection and it gets people emotionally invested in you and your brand and your business. Why is myth busting content really good? Because it shifts people's beliefs and gets them to change their mind from thinking one way to another way. So it's not about having like the perfect mix of content pillars. Is what is the goal that you're trying to achieve with the content? That's the content pillar you should use for that piece of content. Right now, I'm trying to motivate you to say, hey, you think that you can't create content right now, but you can. Why do I want to do that? I want to do that because in order for you to move toward getting ready to be a customer of mine, which would be a business or a personal brand that either provides services or sells products, digitally or physical products, or a personal brand that gets brand deals or sells affiliate marketing, you need to create content before you can even work with me. Because if you're not create most of my clients are already creating some form of content, even if it's like one post every other 2 weeks, they're creating some. If you're not even over the mental hump of, well, I can't post content yet, I'm not ready, how am I going to get you to work with me and invest in working with me as a client if part of how I help my clients is through creating content? I don't want you to waste your money with me trying to coach you through the mental hurdles that are stopping you from creating content. So I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm going to dish it out right now to let you know why all the reasons that you think that you can't create content are untrue, they're false, they're myths, and I'm busting them out right now. So we want to start marketing our products online through content. And you have to have those content pillars that shifts perspective, that changes beliefs, that moves people through the pre-sales cycle to the point where they're wanting to convert into a customer before you've even pitched them anything. Then you have the actual content pillars of the topics that you talk about. These are essentially the different things that are important to your customer. And a lot of people say, okay, Angel, you're in marketing. So are your content pillars content marketing and strategy and lead generation and email marketing? No. Those are topics within my business that I cover based on what I believe my audience needs. But my second set of content pillars are focused around my customers' problems. What problems are they trying to solve? They want more customers, or if they haven't started, they want to start a business through personal brand or just using content marketing in order to promote something and sell it. They don't know how. They don't know what to say. These are the things, these are my content pillars. So everything that I create is around one of these things. I have multiple. I say up to 10, and then you start paring them down, because anything past 10, you start kind of repeating the problems in different ways. Like I made a big list of like 20 some different things that people find as problems. And then I realized that some of them are problems within problems. They're like the Russian stacking dolls, right? A problem is within a problem is within a problem within a bigger problem. But those are the content pillars. So you have the psychological sales process one. God, my kids are loud in the background. And then you have the ones that your topics that you're going to talk about based on your customers' problems. Then based on your customers' problems, you're going to talk about all the other topics that are related to them. Okay, so I want to talk about another problem that you're going to say is a reason why you're not able to create the content. My kids are too loud in the background. Hold on real quick. Hey. You guys be nice, okay? Hey, you want me to get you down? Okay, hold on. Okay, come on. Come get down. Okay, come on. Come on. Who's going to get down? Come on. Okay. All right. All right. Are you going to come down, Lukey? You coming? Come on.
I don't want to go.
Okay, come on. Okay. Okay. Okay, he got it. He understands. Okay. Okay. Fist bump. Fist bump. Fist bump. No? Come on, give me.
Mama, you need that.
Thank you. Okay. Your excuse is that your kids are too loud. Your excuse is that you don't have a quiet space. Your excuse is that you're too busy because you're kids. But if you have kids the likelihood is you want to create content so that you can have more time with your kids. So you can't make your kids your excuse why you can't create the content, because they're the reason why you want to create the content so that you have more time with them. And yes, okay, you're going to hear a little bit of fussing. I have all boys. They're going to whine. They're going to roll on each other. They're going to mess with each other. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're in.
Video with you, please.
Okay, but you have to be quiet because I'm talking. It's my turn, okay? Okay, so all my kids are out here. Like, this is real life. This is real life. I have my kids that want to be in the video with me. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm Jameson.
Okay, hi.
It's gonna be Happy Friday.
Okay, it's going to be Happy Friday tomorrow. So
No, today.
I have all my kids with me.
So,
And I'm talking right now. Okay, it's my turn. Thank you so much.
I want water.
Okay. So they want water, they want stuff. Like we're in here like swimwear. I'm trying to clean up. Oh no, guys, get down please. That's not safe. That's not safe. And you can I asked you to, hey, I asked you to get down. Thank you. I asked you to get down. Thank you. Okay. Water. Go put that away, please. Okay, let's be nice. Here, Jameson, I asked you to put that away, please. Go put it away. Thank you. Here. Who wants this one?
Mom, are we gonna have dinner?
Yes. Are you ready?
No, I'm gonna wait for my dad.
Okay.
Mom, why is it closed out here?
Because I haven't hung them up yet. Here you go. Here, go take your water.
I don't want that.
Okay, so this is what it is, y'all. If you want to use content to grow your business, you have to have some flexibility. Right now, we can't afford a nanny and a babysitter in the middle of the night so that I can do my content. And honestly, I am so dog tired. I cannot stay up in the middle of the night to go live like I've been doing at like 11 o'clock. Like, I don't have it in me tonight. I need to go to bed at a decent time. So this is it. It was like clean up or create content, or, don't press live because I knew that my kids was going to start interrupting me at some point. But it's okay. Life is okay. Life is okay. We're creating the content. Okay, let's answer another question. How do you create advertisements through social media platforms? Okay, I am going to create a separate video for this. And if you don't want to miss it, okay, that was a very nice try, but you got water on the floor. Here, take this. All right. All right, I'm telling you, this is real life right here. All right, but in general, you create the content and then you upload it to the platform. Like, let's say it's Facebook or Instagram. You create an account on Facebook Ads Manager. And that same content that you created, you're going to upload it. Videos work great. You're spilling? No, you want to play in the water. You can't do that. All right. No, all done. Water's all done. I mean, I'm like, you literally cannot make this up. No more. Don't press it. All done. You made a mess. That's it. Please stop. And your socks are all wet. Take them off. No, you cannot. You can go back to your room and watch the movie, or I could turn it off.
No.
Okay, well then go back and watch a movie.
Hey, Mama, we have to work.
Okay, we're probably gonna wrap this up soon because life is life. Life is lifing right now, and it's evident that my kids want some attention, and I'm always gonna choose my kids first. So you post the content on there. You put a budget on there. And then you press publish. You put some copywriting on it. This is a very high level. I can go into detail another time. But you put some writing on there. That's called copywriting. And that's your message of what you're... Hold on, baby, because my... where's my microphone? Okay. Thank you. I know you're not drawing on the floor. Oh, gosh. It's going down. But look. Great content, right? I hope so. There's still a couple people hanging out with me. post your content and use Facebook Ads Manager. I'll go into it deeper in another video. You could use Boost. I would not suggest it. Boost is really vanity metrics to get more people to like and see and view your content, but it's not necessarily a business building advertisement. I don't like that. That doesn't. I don't like the way that feels on my body. Thank you. Okay. So what's another excuse? I don't have. What's another excuse? Any of y'all got some excuses you want me to bust? Let's see here. Oh, sweet. I could use this a lot. I've been trying to grow my Instagram. That's amazing, Grayson. I hope you subscribe. And I also hope you download my personal brand profit plan. The link is in the description. And it covers the foundations of what you need to do in order to grow your personal brand and the content that you need to make in order to start growing and get the attention from the right people that are going to want to be your future customers. Okay. So let me see. Let's have a recap of these myths that are keeping you from creating content. These myths that are excuses from keeping you from creating content. We have don't have enough time. We nicked that. We don't know what to say. We nicked that. We said the kids are too loud. We nicked that. I'm sure there's something else that I can't remember. But I would say if there's one more thing, is that I'm not as good as everybody else. I'm not that good. Ain't nobody gonna want to see me. Let me tell you something. If there is one thing that going live has taught me, let me make sure my kids are not doing something they shouldn't be. You see, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No, thank you.
Mama.
If there's one thing, if they're my boys, if there's one thing that I have learned from going live now, I think 12 or 13 days in a row, is that people do want to see me and people do want to listen to me and people want to hear me. Sometimes we can convince ourselves that nobody wants to hear our message, that we're not important enough, that we're not an expert enough, that we're not worthy enough for the attention. But none of it is true. And if you go live, I cannot imagine a world where you would not get at least one person that actually tunes in and gives you 30 plus seconds of their time. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if they only give you 30, 40 seconds of their time. Let me tell you why. I went live earlier today for about 38 minutes. And I think I had like a couple hundred people take a look at that live. And I had over 2 hours of watch time from that 38-minute video. So everybody, the average of watch time was only it was less than a minute. But yet I got over 2 hours of watch time. So can I improve on that? Yeah, I'm sure I can improve on getting even more watch time. I already have. I had a video that I went live on last night and got an hour of watch time for a 12-minute live that I had. So to say that we're not good enough as other people to get the same attention as them, people just don't know about you yet. That's the only reason why you don't have the attention. It's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you don't know how to edit. It's not because you're not worthy of attention. It's not because you're not as cool as them or you're not as pretty as them. You don't look as good as them. You don't have as cool of clothes. You don't have as nice of a background and lights and design and aesthetics. It's none of that. It's just because you haven't made yourself visible yet. You have not posted yet. That's the only reason why you don't have the attention. And once you start doing the thing, once you start actually creating the content, you will get attention. Now, you'll have to learn so that you can take it from 7 views to 50 views to 1,000 views to plus. But you will get attention. And if you don't get attention, if somehow you get 0 views on YouTube, which I just cannot see how that happens. You learn from it and look at the numbers. Just don't fall off the couch, guys. Make changes and then grow. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go so that I could play with my kids because it seems like they want to play. Make the content, especially if you're doing this for your family. Make the content because my kids they're funny. We have a good time. I believe that I make them happy and they make me happy too. And if I can get more time with them and less time working outside of the house because my content makes me enough money that I don't have to choose to work for other people, I'm going to keep on making the content. That's why I actually went live twice today. So please make the content. And if you would like me to bust some more myths about why your excuses are invalid about why you can't create content, then make sure you subscribe, join the email list. I'll let you know the next time that I go live. But hey, make sure do not go to sleep today without sharing a meaningful marketing message with somebody you can help. All right. And if you haven't already, make sure you click the link in the description so that you can get a copy of the personal brand profit plan so that you can maximize your visibility and create a profitable business online in 2025 and beyond. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye for now.
I can't.